A pulse of light, let it begin. The night dissolves, the day will spin. Rise, awakenings, hear the call. Through the static, we break the wall. Your station, your voice, where dreams awaken. Climb, rise, awakenings, now is the time. Echoes bloom, they bend and glide. A signal surging deep inside. From shadows' grip, we rise and rise.
Hey, this is Brindlewolf.
And I'm Lunaria.
You're listening to Rise Awakenings, part of the Rise Radio Network where advice meets action.
We're here to spark your growth, lift your spirit, and help you crush your potential.
Rise Awakenings, hear the call. Through the static, we break the wall. Your station, your voice, where dreams awaken. Life, rise awakening, now is the time. Rise Awakenings, let's rise together.
Three voices rise in the still of the night, miles apart but hearts ignite. Cards on the table, stories unfold, revealing wisdom eternally bold.
A thread unseen, it pulls us near.
The whispers loud, the message clear. The core is calling. The core is calling. Feel the glow.
Three paths merging, truths to show. From the many to the one, we find a life for the collective mind. Collective mind. Collective mind. Shuffling stars in a cosmic day. Fate's reflection in the mirrors we check. Three hands drawing from a shared stream. Each card a puzzle piece in the dream.
Through distance wide, the bonds remain. One rhythm strong, one sacred chain. The core is calling. The core is calling.
Are you appearing? Here we go. Computer's a little bit glitchy this morning, so I apologize ahead of time if we skip words going forward.
He is in here meowing to open the show, trying to push the computer off the table.
She's like pushing it with her head.
Oh, good morning, guys.
Hi.
I don't know about anybody else, but we have a heavy morning this Thursday, January 8th. I don't know. I kind of feel like a quick moment of silence is needed.
I agree.
Everybody knows why. We don't need to bring it here, but I think we need it.
Thank you.
Spirit, hear our prayers. Okay. All right, I'm going to make everybody go away for a second. Oh, wait. I got to tell you guys what it's all about.
Oh, yeah.
If it's your first time viewing The Core, this is a show like no other where all three of us have drawn individually, off screen, off camera, our own individual singular card to start off the show with a reading. And then once all three of us have presented individually, we haven't talked about it. No conversation was had about what card was pulled. We might know it from deck, but not the card. Mm-hmm. And then we will continue on with a message that we put together right after. But first, I'm going to make all of us go away so that we know what's coming up next.
Let us bring in spirit. Space in the greatest degree of love. May clarity, truth, and compassion flow through these cards. We invite only guidance that served our highest good, and we are protected in light as we listen, receive, and align with this path meant for us. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Now,
sorry, I had to interrupt her because she's not going first today. I was told last night setting up the studio that I would be leading off the pack today. And I pulled from my newest deck, the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I'm going to show you what the card is. Take a moment to take it in, because that's how these cards work, where you look at the picture for its message first. And it's overflow. Overwhelm and plenty. So many good things are headed your way or are already occurring in your life right now. Yet you may be thinking that they're not possible or you're not worthy of them. Abundance is everyone's natural state before we project our restrictions on it, defining what it means, who has it, who gets it, and so forth. Right now, take yourself out of your conditioning and look at your life through the eyes of plenty. There is so much beauty in love. Opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams abound and are lined up for you. Yet, it's sometimes difficult to discern it all because you're bombarded with too much information and stimulation, distracting you from the truth that all is well. Sometimes, all this overflow can be overwhelming, and you may find yourself responding with empathy overload. Empathy overload occurs when you tune into the collective angst and fear about impending changes and uncertainties. It's unmanageable. You feel like you're drowning in those emotions. It's time to allow yourself to detach. Bring yourself back to your life. Restore your faith in a power greater than you and remind yourself to focus on your smaller personal universe, which is much easier to manage. In this way, you know that you are a conduit for life's blessings and can share them with others, making this perception of overflow profoundly positive. We'll start to break that down in a sec. But who's next?
think it's me. All right. Good morning, everybody. I pulled from my usual deck. It's my favorite. I got the Eight of Pentacles. What is that? I don't know if I'm here anymore. I'm seeing Diane in a thing. There we go. All right. All right. I got the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is our dedication, our skill mastery, and mindful, diligent work. Showing craftsman, this card shows a craftsman focused on honoring his craft through repetition and practice to achieve expertise and tangible results, emphasizing that true success comes from effort and commitment, not shortcuts. It's about finding meaning in your labor, building expertise, and seeing projects through, often representing apprenticeship training and deep focus on meaningful project. I'm trying to see if I wanted to see if real quick if it tied it into like a spiritual meaning in that definition, but this isn't just about our work as in our work as far as our jobs. This is our work with finding truth, being real, finding who we are and becoming that person and becoming authentic and working towards that diligently and continuously and doing what's right to move on. And we'll tie that to the rest when Miss Reverend Diane is done.
Hey, everybody. So this morning's been an emotional morning for me with what's going on in the country and the world. And I normally do not pull cards before the show. I usually pull it while we're doing it. But I decided while we were doing our pregame, tailgating party amongst ourselves pre-show, that I would pull, and the Seven of Voices came out of the Muse deck, which is a deck I'm not fond of, and I just don't resonate with it, and I never use it, but I'm being guided to use this, and I was asking for inspiration, hope, and peace. And the Seven of Voices, I'll show you. She's surrounded by foxes, and there's two faces of her. There's a dark side and a light side. And then there's a choice to go over to look at the light side, right? I stopped. I read the first little blurb, and then I stopped because I want to be surprised with the rest of you when I read it and have a live reaction. Trickery, thievery, deception, taking only what you need, being honest and aligned, paying attention to what's really going on, con artists and copycats, seeing past deceit, the aftermath of illusion. Oh, how lovely it all looks. How serene the bridge with everything in perfect order. It leads to perfectly shiny things. So she stays focused on the green meadows that lie ahead. They promised her perfection, you see. She looks up, suddenly noticing the muse looming ahead with her intense gaze, peaceful yet insistent. And something feels off, a gut instinct, something that she can't quite put her finger on, something made of shadows happening in the reflections. Her inner senses are tingling with the most distant of alarm bells, and she knows she must trust her instincts on this one. As you can cross your own bridge of illusion, this muse warns you to be on the lookout for deceit, theft, or the misalignment of values. Take only what you, sorry, I have to turn the page. Take only what you need, trusting your own integrity to guide you. The security of your moral compass will grant you passage, because only in truth can this threshold really be crossed. Well, that kind of feels in alignment with what's happening in the world and in the country. But how that ties into what this reading is in my interpretation of it, telling you the reason why you feel stuck and you're not moving forward is because you are conditioned to believe certain things that have been normalized. And so maybe in order to get your financial momentum flowing by doing the gratitudes and recognizing what you already are naturally abundant in, but create whilst simultaneously creating your abundance, is to also recognize the belief systems that no longer serve you, to recognize the deep conditioning and deep programming. So if you've never expanded your knowledge beyond what you've learned through the news, expand your knowledge and start seeking opposing opinions or ideals, and maybe expanding your perception and perspective. And or if you don't agree, then just acknowledge, oh, that's how people think. Just start eliminating illusions from yourself, the I can'ts, the judgmentalness you have of yourself, the lies that you were told to believe about yourself. So all of that stuff has to go away. Be mindful of that so you can actually leave that shadow behind. Let's see how this all ties in together with my co-hosts and what their thoughts are.
What is he doing?
I am having some kind of slow computer issues today. Sorry.
I gotta say one thing before we start, because this is bizarre. I always keep my cards face up, you know, and when I shuffle, they're always face up. If they flop out reversed or whatever, you know, that's telling me something, but I always keep them face up. I was shuffling my cards while you were talking and listening, you know, getting ready for later, and I noticed one card was in the reverse in the deck, which it should never be. And it kind of freaked me out because it was the Emperor.
Wow. Okay.
Now, this is going to be one of those put-togethers that I feel like we're going to be crossing a line that normally we wouldn't be crossing.
Towing around?
Because it's full in.
I've worked in the corporate world in PR and communication, so I will be very careful not to misalign or misspeak or alienate anyone's belief systems.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to have intentions misunderstood. It's I don't know if everyone's abreast of what's happening. Do we even, what do we want to do? Because I don't
Let's do one thing. I'm going to say that I pulled out the card that for the end of the show before we started, and before I pulled out the Eight of Pentacles, or before I knew anything, and this might answer your question. May you know the truth.
What does that say?
May you know the truth.
Okay. And this card,
I mean, it's an appropriate topic for the Hard Truth Week.
Yes, it is.
Because the very hard truth is that there are a sanction of people who feel like they can do things outside of set parameters, and that it's okay. And going to my card, the overflow with the overwhelm and the plenty. We have an option right now. And it's a very fine line option, as far as I see. We can jump on the bandwagon of choice Everybody has a choice in what bandwagon they decide that they want to jump on.
Can I do a personal share?
Yep.
Absolutely.
And this card came out, but that might be for me. Bravery.
No, you know why? Because this came out at the same time when you were talking earlier.
This came
In
out before
reverse,
in our
Queen of
previous,
Pentacles in reverse, which is about not having confidence.
right.
So
Right.
indeed,
Right.
please.
So I think at the core of every show that the three of us do collectively and individually is learning how to love yourself and learning to de-gaslight yourself, deprogram yourself, remove the illusions on every level. Keep going, keep doing it. It doesn't end. That's the hard truth in Hard Truth Week. The journey never ends. If we want to reap what we sow and pick the fruits of all of our labor and energy, and enjoy fully our abundantness that we are, we need to love ourselves. Years and years and years ago, I was in a very dark place, surrounded by narcissists and abuse and dark ages mentality that are deep rooted in hatred, and supremacy and misogyny. So the stuff that I've pulled myself out of only came when I was given and presented with the idea of loving myself, which was a foreign concept because I didn't know that existed. So it was only then that I started to understand some of the illusions. And even then, it took another couple of years before I opened my eyes to the greater illusion of how we've been oppressed in ways that make us feel bad about ourselves, whether it's through the beauty industry, whether it's through the movies and TV and the stuff they shove in your face to make you feel is normal when it's not. It's not healthy and it's not okay for your soul and spirit to be bombarded with lower vibrational, jealousy, anger, shame, grief. Like that's not normal. So that's the grander illusion that I feel that this card popped out. You guys probably saw it popping out when it was happening. That's the grander illusion that we need to wake up from, and we can only do that if we love ourselves and recognize how whole and abundant we are now. I would still be in that darkness had I not learned about the concept of self-love. That's what will heal this world. We have monks who don't walk unless that country is about to fail, walking right now. That's not small potatoes. We're all stuck in this limbo collectively of like, oh, I'm doing all this stuff and nothing's happening. And, how come this keeps happening? And we're all stuck in this like weird place as a collective. The work that Micah, Carrie, and I do on these shows, and I'm sorry I'm talking too much.
No,
I'm going into Reverend mode.
I'm enjoying and needing it. So keep going.
The work that we do to teach you how to love yourself not only impacts you, it impacts all those in your life, because then you end up healing everyone else. Imagine what would happen if everyone individually practiced being loving and being compassionate. Imagine how abundant and how things would just fall on your lap the more we practiced being compassionate and being loving. It's been
Before the show, I actually, before I even opened up my computer or my phone, I grabbed my Shaman's Dream Oracle. So I'm like, okay, what are we going to talk about? What card is going to come up? 4 popped out. I only kept 1. But as I was reading it, and they do know about this card because I read it to them. right before the show because I knew that it wasn't the opening collective message, because it was very much for me. But as I'm listening and tapping in, it's not just for me, especially based on what she just said. Because we need to stop drawing from an empty well. And that's what a lot of people are doing. Giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, drawing their own resources time and again when they don't have it to give. Getting frustrated, unheard, pushed to the side. Meanwhile, still wanting to give. I unfortunately resonate with that. Especially with not just in what I do, but in watching what's going on around. Oh my God, the anger. I hurt today.
I was literally sent a video last night that I watched, and it didn't actually really hit me until just now. And because of self-doubt, partly because the video went on to say, look, this is why you were brought to this world. This is, you went through, I mean, this video named, you went through this, you went through that, you went through this and this pain and that trauma and all this stuff because you had to learn, because your job is to help people heal. And you can't do that until you heal yourself. And I really thought that video, I was like, this video is not about me. I'm not here to help heal the world. But what she just said is so true. Mm-hmm. If we can help 3 of you heal, and I just say 3 because that's how many people I see in the chat going on. But if we can help heal 3 people, and they can help heal 3 people, it's like the Double Mint commercial. It goes on and on and on and on.
Right.
That's what has to happen right now.
Yes.
That's why we have to work so hard right now.
Yeah. So these 2 cards also came out from the Life Changes deck, and this is the Butterfly deck, and it's relationship dynamics and courage. We have to have the courage to change the dynamics of our relationships. Right now, there's competition. Right now, there's, us against them and all this divisity, all this distraction, all these vices to keep us in a state of chaos and confusion. And where there's chaos and confusion, there's control. So it really is up to you to take a chance on yourself and give yourself a fighting chance with your life. This is your life. You need a fighting chance to get to your next level. But you can't give that to yourself if you don't take steps towards loving yourselves fully and completely in all aspects and in all ways. What's happening in the world is a direct reflection of the disconnection that we have from our hearts and ourselves and our being. The self-loathing at the depths of projecting in such insidious ways that are senseless and needless, no matter what type of justification comes out from folks who disagree. There is no justification when it could be your sister, your mother, your uncle. It could be someone you love that is next. For something to happen, how much is enough? So it starts within your own heart, in your own experience. You have to start, and that ripple will heal the world. The monks are talking about all the same stuff we're teaching you.
And to the self-absorbed troll in YouTube right now, I apologize for bringing that vibration down, but I'm going to call it what it is. that kind of speech and hatred that you are posting in the YouTube chat right now is exactly why the three of us are having this conversation. Because there's too much of it.
Yeah.
So be at peace and leave.
I did a collective healing with a friend of mine the other day, and it was for individuals to heal and learn to love themselves so that they can heal those around us, but also heal the earth and the disturbances that we've created on Mother Earth and the disharmony with the natural order of things that has happened over the last couple hundred years, or whatever, with the industrial age and whatever changes that have come. Historically speaking, I'm a historian for fun, not for profession. Historically speaking, we're at a precipice of a new age. And that seems to align with stuff happening astrologically with various belief systems and faiths. So it's really a choice at this point. Do you want to keep the same energy flowing in your own life and block yourself from experiencing a new and different energy that's more aligned with peace? Or do you want to keep being mad at everybody for everything and judging people for everything and not taking others into consideration and how they feel? It's a big choice right now.
That
Stop.
came out as she said, judging.
Okay. What is that? Justice?
Judgment.
Judgment. Yes. So the
I have
biggest
an appearance from somebody from last week. Queen of Wands reversed.
Oh wow.
And judgment, the judgment card stands for realizations.
Wow.
And are you going to spit fire? Or are you going to spit roses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What side of the balance are you going to be on to move forward? Yeah, shit's going to happen. We're going to have bad days. We're going to be in bad moods. Things are going to go on in a country that we don't have that much control over. Things are going to go on in a world that we have no say over. We have say over what goes on in our lives, in the lives of the people around us. We can stand up. We can walk. Or we can spit fire.
Can heal.
Yeah. So look at what stories you're telling yourself, because that's part of why you also can't see the abundance that you already are. That's also why the sowing, or what do you call it, harvesting your fruits of your labor with the Eight of Pentacles. Before you can harvest your fruit, you need to get to that place and that point. That's not going to come if you're still lying to yourself about what is truly aligned with your heart and what truly is peace. Peace does not come without boundaries and without limitations. Peace has conditions. Sorry, I'm talking too much today.
Oh, do not.
You're fine.
It's like, this got to come out, man.
Because everything has to be worded so that it's not misinterpreted.
Delicately.
Yes, and as you were talking before, the Tower came out and the Five of Voices came out. And, I haven't looked them up yet because, again, I'm not familiar with the intention and the energy behind this deck.
Look them up, but these two came out.
The Betrayal card
The
and
heartbreak and the burdens.
the Burdens.
It's time to reassess and release.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think I need to look these up. Although I'm
No.
curious about what their take is on the Five of Voices.
wonder if 5 voices would be the same as 5 of swords.
That's why I'm wondering. Feelings of defeat, learning from lessons of loss, fighting, winning at all.
Five of Swords.
Definitely.
Winning at all. What was that?
It's the
5 of
5 of
swords.
swords. Yeah.
Yeah. Winning at all costs, a time to extend an olive branch, seeing what's really important, failure, being hurt, bullying, social moths.
Bullying. A lot of times the 5 of swords is called the bully card.
Yeah.
Are you going to be the one that holds the spark that burns your fingers?
Yeah.
Because what happens, and I love this imagery, because what happens when you hold a match upside down after it's lit? You're going to drop that spark so quick and you're going to get burned.
So I think it's big reevaluation time, big mind expansion, knowledge expansion time. The reason why we understand things differently is because we have the internet and free information. Now, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and there's a lot of perspectives out there. Just listen to all the different perspectives that you feel like listening to and decide what feels right and feels peaceful and feels aligned with the love and compassion you want to become and experience. We ain't telling you how to feel or who to think of or who to whatever. That's not what it starts with you.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna show this card that came out, but I'm not gonna expand on it. If you guys want to know more about it, I want you to look it up. It's the King of Wands in reverse. That's all I'm gonna say.
I have 3 words. Misuse of power.
This is interesting because considering all the queens that came out last week.
But look what just flew out of my deck.
The Wheel of Time.
Karma. It's coming around.
Yeah.
Now, I want to put this out there that for some viewers, whether it's live or in the replay, listening, watching, however you're hearing this, whenever you're hearing this, we're not talking about one person.
Oh no.
By any means is this pointing to one specific person.
No,
so please
no.
do not take it there.
No. And but that yeah, that doesn't it doesn't represent male, it doesn't represent female, it doesn't represent one person. I apologize for saying it that way. It represents an attitude and an energy. And that's what I want you to research, is that energy and the attitude of the King of Wands in reverse.
Which is the misuse of power. And that doesn't have a gender or a specific.
And that happens in every aspect of your life. How many people don't like their boss?
Right. Who doesn't like their neighbor? Who doesn't like their HOA? City clerk.
Basically, anybody who's in charge.
I got the ask for help card. As I was saying that, you're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with this issue alone. There are many people who want to help you, but it's up to you to bravely ask for their support. It's a sign of strength to reach out. Do that today. Can't make this shit up. Where's the t-shirt?
4 of Swords. I actually flipped this card just moments before you started saying it.
That's right, I got your chick back.
Queen of Wands?
Queen of Wands in reverse.
That's 2. Shall we go for a third?
I don't have another deck.
The other one that came out before that card was the Have Faith card. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still, you must do exactly that, because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible.
Can't make this shit up. 7 of Wands. Can't make this up.
No way. Don't even. No. Okay.
7
Wow.
of Wands.
7 of Swords, but it's the
Seven of
same
Swords.
basic shit.
What's the Seven of Swords again? Because I don't have them memorized. What is it?
Deception.
Deception. Okay. So that is kind of the same as the one that the voice
Exactly. It's basically
used
the
to
same shit.
All right,
It's
so-
in a different. One's more about communication. One's more about, why can't I think of the word?
warning.
Deception in your attitude, in your ways, and one's more just direct communicating lies.
Got you. Okay. Still lies. It's all around us.
You can't achieve it by luck or wishing it to be.
Yeah.
Also can't achieve it by making empty promises. It depends on what your take is on this. Is this school child crossing your fingers behind your back, telling a lie while smiling about it? Or is it, oh my God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. I hope I get it. What does it mean for you?
That's a great question. And at the bottom of my mermaid deck is innocence. That's the fastest way to go back to yourself. That is the fastest way to understand the abundance that you are and the gift that you are. That is the fastest way to reconnect with your remembering how to love yourself, or what your self-love feels like.
With your high priestess and your intuition.
The Magician's Sword. Confidence in your magic. Nothing can stop you, the beauty you seek. When the Magician's Sword appears, you are called to cut the cords that bind you to old thought forms and beliefs, or to friends who are not true. With the power of the Magician's Sword. This came up Monday, by the way, Tuesday in Brindle's Vision.
I remember looking at the card, yeah.
Nothing can stop you, hurt you, or turn you away from the beauty you seek or the goal you desire with all your heart. The sword is a tool, not a weapon. So make sure you wield it wisely and for the greater good. Okay? There. Wield it for the greater good.
You mean with moderation and temperance.
Find the stuck places where you are kept tethered to a toxic person, a particular location, or a faulty thought or belief, and let the blade do its magic. You have a large endowment of magic available to you when you believe in miracles, but don't look to the heavens to grant you the wish. 7 of Swords, anyone? Look within. Use the Magician's Sword to cut through limiting beliefs, and remember that all beliefs are limiting. And focus your intention in order to create what you wish. You have all the tools you need for the task at hand. You need only muster the wherewithal to deploy the resources that you have. When the Magician's Sword appears, it is time to get moving. This is not a tool for contemplation, for gazing at the finely polished edge. It is an instrument for calling for decisive action. And remember, the sword is alive with a wisdom you can summon to help you find the best course of action. Don't hesitate. Act.
Yeah. We got to do different if we want different.
Powerful message that was.
Very powerful. Because we do have to do different if we want to experience different. And we do have to think different, which requires an action for you to intentionally and consciously be aware of your belief systems, your thoughts, your self-doubt, where you limit yourself, where you're lying to yourself, what systems you were raised in, programmed in, to condition to see as normal. Question everything at this point.
I know that look, Carrie.
Because as she's saying that, an old friend popped out of the deck, and in its clarity, it's Mr. Ace of Wands. So I was
Oh,
like,
the one that was, is that
okay.
wands or swords?
Or Ace of Swords.
That's the one that was missing last week, guys.
This is the one from last week.
That was missing from last
the
week.
clarity. Now
Right
it's
there.
here. This is the clarity. This is the communication. This is the get off your butt and it's time to start doing it. We weren't ready last week for this. And we said that. The only reason is we said that on Monday on the messengers. The only reason this one didn't show up is because we weren't at that point yet. We're at that point now. It's
Sorry, I
time.
decided to inhale my coffee instead of drink it.
You're not supposed to do that.
You know, not that kind of action. No.
Wow.
So
Wow.
what belief
Did you
system
just say action? Wait.
are you binding yourself to? And how long are you going to blame somebody else for binding you to that belief system?
I really feel like we're moving forward as a society, but sometimes you got to take a couple of steps back and the shit needs to hit the fan in a way that you didn't imagine you would experience in your timeline. And for some older folks, again. So it's, I think all of us are at a stage and a place, whatever our own specific growth, evolutionary stage and place, we are collectively understanding this ain't right and something's off and this ain't it. And so we are collectively like, well, what do I have to do? And we are collectively like, hey, we got answers. Love yourself. Here's how. And I think that the energy that is happening now is going to impact the next generations. And so with great power comes great responsibility. Thank you, Stan Lee and Spider Nan, for that quote.
I love Stanley.
Didn't he steal
My
it from
son
somebody?
was Spider-Man. What was that?
So didn't he steal it from somebody else though? But that's okay. Some of the greatest quotes are stolen.
Well, multiple people across the globe, so multiple people will think the same because we all have access to the same intuitive information.
Exactly.
We're all
Exactly.
connected.
The hard part's not even remotely here yet, by the way.
Nope. No.
It's going to get prettier yet.
This is how we can help, though. Give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted up in our lives, our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another today and keep that giving mindset in order to recognize the abundance that you are. And because when the shit really does hit the fan, we're going to need to support each other.
But it's not all bad news.
No. No, last week's reading, we're going to be fine. We got the have faith card. We're going to be fine. We're going to be brave and courageous and we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
But we got to get through it together and bring a whole different, not just a whole different set of people with the same shit different day, a whole different mindset and way of being.
I'm getting heavy shit right now. Just like a whole collective of people going, this is going to be hard.
Yeah. Are we allowed to dedicate this to?
It's going to be hard.
to the individual.
Sure.
And let me make sure I get the name. I know the name. It's this show is going to be dedicated to Renee Nicole Good in memory of her.
Amen.
So it is.
Thank you guys for allowing me.
Final message. Lightgate. This card makes you aware of an event that concerns only you. The spirit world will open a light gate for you. This phoenix is preparing you to receive the light that wants to stream toward you. The highest energies, like an initiation, await you. The light of love and of divine harmony. You are honored. You have drawn this card because the time has now come to devote yourself completely to love and divine harmony, to live and to teach them. This can be a challenge in our dual world. The phoenix is a being of fire, the highest transformation, but it is also wise and fond of humans. It would like to be your constant companion over the next few weeks. Let the light in, let the love in.
And embody it. Be brave.
Not
You got this.
toxically. This isn't toxic positivity,
No.
because we're all aware that there's shit that goes on that's going to throw us off every once in a while. It's a matter of how quickly we allow ourselves to come back and out of it. And set our boundaries, recognize our faults, take accountability, hold our integrity, reveal the hard truths to ourselves, not to everybody else. That's not a requirement, but at least to yourself. And if anything in the last few days that we've witnessed via social media has taught us anything, it's that we really need to hold true to the light. And if you need help,
That be me. I also want to plug on January 19th, which is a Monday, Healing Rose Circle will begin, and I will be taking questions and doing a chaos to clarity kind of a message for whatever the questions are that are in the chat. And I would love to see you all there joining me. It's going to be at 11 o'clock. And
very soon I'll be dragging her butt onto TikTok for a co-hosting live so that she can begin to build that community as well.
I think what's happening in the world is giving me the neurospicy motivation that I've been needing.
It's shake making. I have.
I'm evolving in here.
We all are. There's everything from website to the blog, the blog with to all the shows to my Facebook to my YouTube to my TikTok, which I went on live for the first time yesterday. I had a blast, and thank you, Micah, for your help. It was fun. I planned on going on today, probably around 2 o'clock ish. I need to settle after this show. I'm feeling a little heaviness. I need to let go. But I'm going to remind you before we go. Oh, wow, that was weird. I was going to show, I don't know where the card went. I was going to show the card, and the one that said, may you know the truth, but I grabbed the wrong one and it said, may you know healing. So I think that's pretty appropriate. So anyway, now I'm going to cry some more.
And everything you need is right there for me. From scheduling a discovery call to just jumping right in and scheduling one-on-one sessions. It's all right there. And if you need the QR for the book, Owning Your Own Path to the Owning Phoenix Fire. God, I can't even say it right now.
The Phoenix Path to Owning Your Own
Yeah,
Fire.
read the screen, dummy. You know. I can't read the screen. I need new glasses.
Yeah, I don't remember that book. Remember that book? You know,
Remember that book? You know, that one right there that I can't read the title off the screen and I'm just going to trip over my words. Yeah, that one. Because it'll make you okay to make mistakes too.
Yes. And what makes us so qualified to speak on anything that we speak about is that we have personal experience. We have risen from the ashes multiple times in our own unique journeys ourselves and agree on the same concept and modalities and understandings of it's got to start with self-love.
It really does. So that's our show today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you're listening to the replay or watching the replay, thank you. Thank you to everybody who tuned in.
love you guys so much.
We love you and we've got this together.
Please love yourselves. We've got to do it because that's how we love others, is through loving ourselves. If you really look at the people that are so hateful, it's because they hate themselves. Mm-hmm. It's the people that love themselves that spread that love out into the world. So we've got to do it.
And be grateful for you. Just take a second.
So you take a screenshot. Love you guys.
We will see you soon. Tomorrow we got Lunaria coming back with Illuminate, 11 a.m. Eastern. It'll be interesting to see if she finishes out the week with another hard truth.
Sure I will. Sure.
Have an amazing rest of your Thursday or whenever you watch this.
Love you all.
Three voices rise in the still of the night, miles apart but hearts ignite. Cards on the table, stories unfold, revealing wisdom eternally bold.
A thread unseen, it pulls us near.
The message clear. The core is calling. The core is calling.
Hey, this is Brindlewolf.
And I'm Lunaria.
You're listening to Rise Awakenings, part of the Rise Radio Network where advice meets action.
We're here to spark your growth, lift your spirit, and help you crush your potential.
Rise awakening. Hear the call. Through the static, we break the wall. Your station, your voice, where dreams awaken in time. Rise awakening. Now is the time.
Rise Awakenings. Let's rise together.